It's the 19th of February, and could there be a turn for crypto? Well, let's see. If we look at Bitcoin, we've seen this progressive downward trend line, and it has now come and touched the exact zone that I stated, the exact Wickfield territory. It's hit that and had a recovery back. Now, this is a good sign. If we look at the weekly, the way the weekly candle has closed and the way this candle structure from the support line of the Wickfield strategy could indicate a slight reversal. Now, if we look at the 4 hour, we see that it's actually testing that 55-day EMA. It has tested it over 8 times already and rejected. So are we going to see a final breakout of this and then hopefully consider a consolidation around the 100,000 mark? Because if that happens, this is a full-blown, we're going above all-time highs. So let's see and monitor this carefully. Now, there's a key thing to consider. The fear and greed index is fully wedged in fear. To be honest, I think it's lower down. Sentiment is at its lowest. People are still fearful. But things could be turning very soon, in my opinion, because I think the bears have started to take some profits, and that will cause an upward tick. I think this is because Bitcoin is somewhat decoupled from the rest of the markets. If you look at S&P 500, it's hitting an all-time high. It's accelerating growth. And Bitcoin usually follows that. So why is it not following? I think there's a bit of a delay, and I think we're going to catch up. If you look at Bitcoin dominance, we see it put a lower high. I mean, it's not amazing where it is. This could have a further continuation up, but it's looking good for a continuation down. This is going to bode well for altcoins. We look at USDT dominance. I don't particularly like where it's sitting right now. It's still within that multi-year support and resistance line, and it's firmly embedded within that channel. Now, it's hit several times that Wickfield strategy area that I've been talking about and rejected multiple times, and where it is right now is looking pretty good. Now, my only worry is that we could maybe see a reversal and go up a little bit more, maybe test that 4.65 again, but it looks like this is coming down. The only issue we have is this support area here. As the 55-day is curling up and the 21-day is curling up, that area there is going to be resistance. Now, as I pointed previously, the support area here with all the levels of confluence hit perfectly and bounced back up. Now we need this to come down. If we look at the total market cap, it is struggling at that level there. It is a good area of support. It's holding quite well at the moment, and it's had a bit of a recovery up, again hitting that Wickfield strategy previously. Let's see where this goes. There's a lot of work for this to go, but these areas usually could be an interesting area to put some your bets in to see where the market is going. But at this present moment, it's not looking fantastic. We look at others, and others are really struggling. Although one small letter of hopium is that it's developing a bit of a cluster here where there is a strong level of support in this area here around the 270 billion market cap. So I'm just thinking around there, it looks like it could be an area of support, a little bit of consolidation and a break up. We'll see. But at this present moment, it looks like it might come and try and test that trend line again and then finally shoot off from there. One interesting thing with the DXY, this is the area where we're seeing that the liquidity will be coming into the market, is that it has come down, hit that area I talked about in the previous video, bounced off the 21-day EMA, and we need this to break down further. We could potentially see it come up and try and test that neckline that I've drawn here and then break down from there. We will see what happens, but I have a feeling that this is going to go down because interest rates are high, inflation is high, and all those things don't bode well for the dollar. One interesting piece of alpha is that gold is going off to the moon at this present moment. And when gold goes, usually Bitcoin also follows, but it follows at a very specific point. Now, there will be an area where this will reverse. There will be an area where people will take profits on this. And especially as the Doge Department is looking at Fort Knox and looking at gold reserves and things like that, it might create some bit of FUD, and that FUD and excess money that comes out will most probably go into Bitcoin, which could bring some of that extra liquidity that everyone is looking for to pump this market up. Now, in conclusion, what I would say is that there's still fear in the market, but things look like there is a slight turn around the corner. It feels like the bears have taken some profit. It feels like there could be areas of liquidity coming into the market, and it looks like, hopefully, that Bitcoin breaks that 55-day EMA and then continues up, and we could see the final little run up. When I say little, probably around the 150,000 mark. Now, look, there are key other aspects that could happen. Let me just tell you, we could have a run up and come towards the all-time high and reject off that, which could produce a further pullback down, in deeper pullback to those areas that I've stated several times, and you can see on the videos in this video as well. And from there, bounce up and then get the final push up to all those all-time high 150,000 Bitcoin. We'll see where it goes. Still a bit of uncertainty in the market. I'm giving you all the options. Let's see what happens, especially with the Fed minutes coming out today. I will keep you guys informed. Make sure you like, follow, and share. Make sure you follow. It's extremely important, as I'm the only channel that does this, and there are 250 versions of my channel that are just copycats of mine. Make sure you understand that it's me is the one that you need to follow. Anyway, I'm Alvarez, 7-figure crypto investor. Like, follow, share, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.